Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayan Namaskrityam Naram Jaya Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Virya Nashtapraheshu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 14, performance of the Vrindavan pastimes, text 203 onwards. So far, Sarup Damodar Goswami was describing the moods and ecstasies of Srimati Radharani. And in this chapter, he just gave in summary form. He didn't go in too much detail. Like Rupa Goswami and other acharyas have gone in Ujjwal Nilamani and Govind Lilamrita and other books are there. So this is the position of Srimati Radharani. Even Krishna is attracted by her, completely controlled by her, cannot understand her moods. And why I'm saying that? Because these filmmakers or the TV serial makers or people who debate on TV or here or there, they don't know anything about Krishna, what to speak about, knowing about Srimati Radharani. So especially when they make these songs about, they putting Mirabai and Radharani opposite to each other, that Radharani is jealous of Mirabai. There is no comparison. Mirabai is a living entity. Radharani is Aladani Shakti personified. Huge difference. I'm not saying Mirabai is not a great devotee. Yes, she is. But Radharani is on a different scale altogether. So we got to be careful. That's why Prabhupada again and again stressed on read the books, read my books, get the philosophically. Even if I'm not going to do anything against the filmmakers, but at least we should be aware of what nonsense they are propagating. Now Shrivas Thakur is asking a question or putting up a comment. Shrivas Hasiya kahe shun damodar amar lakshmir dekha sampati vistar. At this time, Shrivas Thakur smiled and told Sarup Damodar, my dear sir, please hear. Just see how opulent my goddess of fortune is. So Shrivas Thakur, as we know, is Narad. So he's getting into that mood. The Narad Muni, again, they don't portray him properly. He's a spiritual master of the whole universe. He travels all over, preaches, makes devotees all over the universe. And when he makes some comments jokingly, it's basically to glorify the Lord or Lord's Dham or Bhakti or devotees. That's all his only purpose. The way he does it is different. That's a different way. Sometimes. But his only purpose is this, not to be a joker. This is how people portray him. That's not he is. So here he's saying to Sarup Damodar that, okay, you are describing, glorifying Srimati Radharani's emotions, ecstasies, but see how opulent my goddess of fortune is. Vrindavanera Sampad Dekha, Pushpa Kishalai, Giri Dhatu Shikhi Picha, Gunja Fal Maya. As far as Vrindavan's opulence is concerned, it consists of a few flowers and twigs and some minerals from the hills, a few peacock feathers, and the plant known as Gunja. Because Krishna wears this Gunja Mala, and it's a It's a plant available in forests. Nobody cares for this. That kind of thing. So he's saying this is what you find in Vrindavan. वृंदावन देखी बारे गेला जगन्नाथ शुनि लक्ष्मी देवी मने हैला आसोयाथ. When Jagannath decided to see Vrindavan, he went there, and upon hearing this, the goddess of fortune experienced restlessness and jealousy. Eta sampati chadikena gela Vrindavana tare hasya karite Lakshmi karila sajan. She wondered, why did Lord Jagannath give us so much opulence and go to Vrindavan? To make him a laughing stock, the goddess of fortune made arrangements for much decoration. तुम्हारे ठाकुर देख एत संपत्ति छाड़ी पत्र फल फूल लोभे गेला पुष्प बाणी. When the maid servants of the goddess of fortune said to the servants of Lord Jagannath, why did your Lord Jagannath abandon the great opulence of the goddess of fortune and for the sake of few leaves, fruits, and flowers, go see the flower garden of Srimati Radharani? Because there is no apparent opulence in Vrindavan. Apparent. Let's see what further goes. Ei karma kare kaha vidagdha shiromani lakshmira agrete nij prabhure dehani. Your master is so expert at everything, but why does he do such things? Now bring your master before the goddess of fortune. Etabali Mahalakshmi Sabadasi Gane Kati Vasre Bandi Ane Prabhurne Jagane. In this way, all the maidservants of the goddess of fortune arrested the servants of Jagannath, bound them around the waist, and brought them before the goddess of fortune. Lakshmi Charanayani Karaya Pranati Dhan Dandalaya Are Karaya Minati. When all the maid servants brought Lord Jagannath's servants before the lotus feet of the goddess of fortune, the Lord's servants were fined and forced to submit. Rathe rupare kare dande ratadan, chor praye kare Jagannathe sevagana. All the maid servants began to beat the Rath car with sticks, and they treated the servants of Lord Jagannath almost like thieves. सब भृत्य गण कहे जोड़ा करी हाथ कालियानी दीबा तो मान आके जगन्नाथ. Finally, all of Lord Jagannath's servants submitted to the goddess of fortune with folded hands, assuring her that they would bring Lord Jagannath before her the very next day. So they said, okay, tomorrow we'll bring him back. But obviously, Jagannath doesn't go back next day. तबे शांत हाय लक्ष्मी जाए निज घर अमार लक्ष्मीर संपद वाक्य अगोचारा. Being thus pacified, the goddess of fortune returned to her apartment. Just see, my goddess of fortune is opulent beyond all description. Dugdha auti dadhi mathe tomar gopi gane amar thakurani vaise ratna simhasane. Shivas Thakur continued to address Swarup Damodar. Your gopis are engaged in boiling milk and churning yogurt. But my mistress, the goddess of fortune, sits on a throne made of jewels and gems. See the opulence of Lakshmi ji. Narad Prakriti Shrivas Kare Parihasa Shuni Hase Mahaprabhu Jatane Jadasa. Shivas Thakur, who was enjoying the mood of Narad Muni, thus made jokes. Hearing him, all the personal servants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to smile. Prabhu kahe Shrivas to mate Narad Swabhava, Aishwarya bhave to mate Ishwara Prabhava. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then told Shivas Thakur, my dear Shrivas, your nature is exactly like that of Narad Muni. The Supreme Personality of Godhead's opulence is having a direct influence upon you. Iho Damodar Swarup, Shuddha Brajavasi, Aishwarya na jane iho, Shuddha Prem Bhasi. Swarup Damodar is a pure devotee of Vrindavan. He does not even know what opulence is, for he is simply absorbed in pure devotional service. स्वरूप कहे श्रीवास सुन सावधान वृंदावन संपत तोमार नाही पड़े माने. Swarup Damodar then retorted, "My dear Shrivas, please hear me with attention. You have forgotten the transcendental opulence of Vrindavan." So now he'll describe, because this is what Srivas Thakur wanted him to describe, the opulence of Vrindavan. So next time we go to Vrindavan, we should remember this opulences, what Swarup Damodar Goswami, or what Lalita Sakhi is describing. वृंदावन ने साहजी का ये संपत सिंधु द्वारका वैकुंठ संपत तार एक बिंदु. The natural opulence of Vrindavan is just like an ocean. The opulence of Dwarka and Vaikuntha is not even to be compared to a drop. And what to speak of heavenly planets? They don't even come close. Parama Purushottam Swayam Bhagavan Krishna Yahan Dhani Taha Vrindavan Dham. Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, full of all opulences, and his complete opulences are exhibited only in Vrindavan Dham. Chintamani Maya Bhumi Ratnera Bhavan Chintamani Gana Dasi Charana Bhushan. Vrindavan Dham is made of transcendental touchstone. Its entire surface is a source of all valuable jewels, and the Chintamani stone is used to decorate the lotus feet of the maid servants of Vrindavan. That's how opulent Vrindavan is. Entire surface is a source of all valuable jewels. Source of. And the Chintamani stone. Chintamani means the touchstone. If you touch it to any iron, it becomes gold. Kalpa vriksha latar jaha sahajika vanam pushpa phala vina keha na mange anya dhan. Vrindavan is a natural forest of desired trees, kalpa vriksha, and creepers. And the inhabitants do not want anything but the fruits and flowers of those desired trees. See, this is how the Brajvasis are so much into love for Krishna. They don't want any opulence. All they ask from these desired trees, they can ask anything. It's a kalpa vriksha. All they ask is flowers and fruits for Radha Krishna's pleasure. Ananta kama dhenu taha fire vane vane dugdha matra dena keha na magya nidhane. In Vrindavan, there are cows that fulfill all desires. They're Kamadhenu cows, and their number is unlimited. They graze from forest to forest and deliver only milk. The people want nothing else. Kamadhenu. They can fulfill all desires. If you remember the story of how Vashisht Muni, he welcomed Vishwamitra and his whole army in his ashram, and he served them the best of the feast. And Vishwamitra was surprised. How did you get this feast? And not just the food, it was served on gold plates. Everything was very, very opulent. And his ashram of Vashisht Muni didn't look like he had anything. But then Vashisht Muni said, because I asked from this cow, there's a Kamdhenu Gaya, and she supplied everything that I needed to serve you. You are the king. But for me, myself, I don't need anything. So I don't ask for anything. And this is Vashisht Muni. What to speak of Brajvasis? Only thing they ask from Kamdhenu Gaya is, give us milk. That's all we want for Lala. सहज लोकेर कथा जहाँ दिव्य गीता सहज गमन करे जय नृत्य प्रतीता. In Vrindavan, the natural speech of the people sounds like music, and their natural motion resembles a dance. So that is Vrindavan. सर्वत्र जल जहाँ अमृत समान चिद आनंद ज्योति स्वाद्य यहाँ मूर्तिमान. The water in Vrindavan is nectar, and the Brahm Jyoti Faljas, which is full of transcendental bliss, is directly perceived there in its form. So directly perceived there, which is full of transcendental. So this is even Brahm Jyoti wants to serve Krishna in Vrindavan by giving bliss to everybody. Lakshmi Jini Guna Jaha Lakshmi Rasa Maja Krishna Vanshi Kare Jaha Priya Sakhi Kahai. The gopis there are also goddesses of fortune, and they surpass the goddess of fortune who abides in Vaikuntha. In Vrindavan, Lord Krishna is always playing his transcendental flute, which is his dear companion. So this is from Brahm Samhita. Shriya Kanta Kanta Param Purusha Kalpataravo Durma Bhumi Shintamani Ganamayi Toyam Amritam Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanam Api Vanshi Priya Sakhi Chidanandam Jyoti Paramapi Tad Aswadyam Apicha. The damsels of Vrindavan, the gopis, are super goddesses of fortune. The enjoyer in Vrindavan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. The trees there are all wish-fulfilling trees, and the land is made of transcendental touchstone. The water is all nectar, the talking is singing, the walking is dancing, and the constant companion of Krishna is his flute. The effulgence of transcendental bliss is experienced everywhere. Therefore, Vrindavan Dham is the only relishable abode. So this is quotation from Brahm Samhita. Chinta Manish Charana Bhushana Mangana Angana Angananam Shringara Pushpa Taravas Tarvaha Suranam Vrindavane Vrajadhanam Nanu Kamadhenu Vrindani Cheti Sukha Sindhur Aho Vibhuti. The anklets on the damsels of Brajbhumi are made of Chintamani stones. The trees are wish-fulfilling trees, and they produce flowers with which the gopis decorate themselves. They decorate themselves for pleasure of Krishna. It gives Krishna pleasure by seeing them so nicely decorated. There are also wish-fulfilling cows, Kamdhenus, which deliver unlimited quantities of milk. These cows constitute the wealth of Vrindavan. Thus, Vrindavan's opulence is blissfully exhibited. So this verse by Bilmangal Thakur is quoted in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Shuni prema veshanit kare Srinivasa kaksha tali bhajai kare at hasa. Shivas Thakur then began to dance in ecstatic love. He vibrated sounds by slapping his armpits with the palms of his hands, and he laughed very loudly. Radharas Shuddharas Prabhu Avesha Shunila Sai Rasa Vesha Prabhu Nrityaram. Thus Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard these discussions about the pure transcendental mellow of Srimati Radharani. Absorbed in transcendental ecstasy, the Lord began to dance. Rasavesha Prabhu Nritya Swarupera Gana Bala Bala Bali Prabhu Pate Nijakana. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in ecstatic love and Sarup Damodar was singing, the Lord said, "Go on singing, go on singing." The Lord then extended his own ears. Vrajarasa Gita Shuni Prema Uttaila Purushottama Grama Prabhu Preme Bhashaila. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love was awakened by hearing the songs of Vrindavan. In this way, he inundated Purushottam, Jagannath Puri, with love of Godhead. Lakshmi Devi yatha kale gela nij ghara, Prabhu nritya kare haila tritiya pahara. Finally, the goddess of fortune returned to her apartment. In due course of time, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, afternoon arrived. So, talking about Vrindavan, I think I have told this incident earlier. When Akbar was there in Delhi, he respected Rupa Goswami a lot, and he knew Rupa Goswami lived in Vrindavan. And in fact, it was Raja Man Singh, who was one of the leaders of Akbar's army. He's the one who got that Radha Govindev temple constructed in Vrindavan. And now later Aurangzeb got it destroyed. That's a different story. But anyway, Akbar, he used to respect and like Rupa Goswami. And he once went to Vrindavan and he heard Rupa Goswami was at Keshi Ghat. So he went to Keshi Ghat to see Rupa Goswami. So when he went there, Akbar asked Rupa Goswami, please tell me if I can do some service for Vrindavan. So Rupa Goswami was at Keshi Ghat. He said, no, Maharaj, I don't think you have enough wealth to serve Vrindavan. Akbar was surprised. He was angry also a little that what is he talking about? I have so much of wealth. So he asked Rupa Goswami, no, please let me do some service. I have so much of wealth. At least, I mean, the point was the ghats are broken and the streets are not good. So he wanted to do uh, some repair work. So Rupa Goswami asked him to look at the one of the corners of one of the steps of Keshi Ghat. From our viewpoint, when we look, we only see some stones, how the Keshi Ghat is built. So Akbar said, these are some stones. You want me to fix one of the cracks or one of the corners that is cracked? Raghu Goswami said, look again. So Rupa Goswami gave him, or by his mercy, Krishna gave him the divine vision. And when he looked at that broken or chipped corner of one of the steps of Keshi Ghat, not just one of the steps, he looked at and he saw the whole Keshi Ghat was made with invaluable jewels, diamonds and everything, amethyst, whatever, all the jewels. I don't even know the names. So yes, from one corner, one of the jewels was missing. And then Akbar looked at that corner and looked at all the jewels. And then he turned around and told Rupa Goswami, yes, my whole wealth is not sufficient to even fix that broken corner of one of the steps of Keshi Ghat. See, because we don't have that vision what Rupa Goswami had, and but all this great souls, all the acharyas they have. So we don't see proper Vrindavan when we go there. So that is why we have to see through the eyes of the scriptures. And then at least, even though with our eyes we cannot see, at least we should be in that mood that everything is made of Chintamani jewels. Every tree is a desire tree, every cow is a Kandhinu. And all the residents of Vrindavan, they are Brajvasis, they are associates of Radha and Krishna, not ordinary people like us. So with that mood, when we go there and when we pray to Vrindavan Dham to please give me the vision with which I can see properly, I can serve Vrindavan Dham properly, then we will get purified. Not going there and thinking, oh, they're very poor people, or they don't talk properly, they cheat, they lie. Yes, everything goes on. But we have to make sure our vision is correct, our consciousness is correct. Then we'll really visit Vrindavan Dham. Otherwise, we are just going to, as Prabhupada said, Maya Vrindavan. It will also have good effect on us anyway. But if we want to take real darshan of real Vrindavan, we have to be purified. That's all. Okay, I guess I can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments? Okay, you all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare